Zatima being better than Sisters. Not Sisters being the I Hate Zach show and Zatima being the I Hate Fatima show. I think Connie pulled out his and then Zach was like, I can't do this. I gotta go. And then he left and went back home. But let's start from the beginning. Episode 1. I see why Zach is having issues with Fatima. She doesn't want to talk her issues out, but she wants to go through his. Zach, you got one. Okay. Angela's that one skeptical friend that you always have to watch out for because you give her little crumbs of information about the relationship and usually you're talking to her about the bad things. So that's what she's pulling in. That's what she's retaining. So she's always going to be like a one eye open friend. So you got to watch out for that because you have to understand she's got some bias because one, she's loyal to you and two, she's only hearing the bad things. She means well, but the half stories don't do well for her type of brain. And I know this was written by a man who thinks that we all have that one hating friend. I love that this show is uncensored. I actually didn't even realize it until someone wrote in my sister's review comments and was like, yeah, it's uncensored. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I actually started listening and I'm like, oh yeah, they are cursing. I like how real it is. Sometimes I'll be hearing cursing and I'm like, y'all don't need to say that. Jeremiah is a good actor. Y'all being friends with Belinda after all of this? Cause I'm not. Not Fatima trying to change that tire without jacking up the car. Y'all, Angela's absolutely right. Women have to feel wanted and men have to feel needed because you know, even though I'm feminist, woman, independent, all that stuff, you have to understand that there are roles in relationships. And it's not just, oh, male, female. Especially in American relationships, women are typically more of the nurturers and men are more of the providers. Now, Zach has all this money, so naturally, he is like, I'm a provider, I'm a provider. Fatima makes her own money. She's got her own job. According to him, she's a little bougie. And so when she's always doing for herself, he's like, well, where do I fit in? Why do you need me? For those of y'all who have been with me for a while, I think it was the Brianna and Vincent Married at First Sight season. For those of you guys who are new, we do recaps of reality TV shows. So head back to my page from Rizzo with Love and look back and see other reviews that I've done for television as well. So we did a review and I think I told you guys the story then about one of my friends. Wife is very successful. He's very successful. And she always gets things done, right? They live in a home together. They're married. They have children, all that good stuff. But if a light bulb needs fixing, she just calls a contractor or whatever, a handyman to come fix it. If something is wrong with her car, she'll go get it serviced. Like she never lets him do anything, which is in her mind, she's thinking, oh, I'm taking a burden away. This isn't something you need to be concerned about because we got money now. But when I'm having conversations with him, it's like, well, where do I fit in? She doesn't need me. So then he goes out and finds other women of lower calibers who actually need him because they can't do for themselves, either one, because they're younger or not as financially or not as financially set as he and his wife are. And it creates issues in the relationship. Like, obviously, we had to have a conversation because I don't really like the scum bucket friends and I get that straight. But I heard what he was saying as to the reason why he stepped out. And I hope his wife heard it as well. That's all I'm saying. Fatima, call your man up to change the tire. I know you can. Call him up. I want you to have a side chick is crazy. Episode 2, guilt trip. Seeing the actual side girl that she said, which was actually a toy, was crazy. Okay, Fatima is not really speaking up on Zatima. Seeing Zach's mom really explains a lot for me about him and why he was acting how he was acting in Sisters. His mother's name is Gladys, that's my grandmama's name. That mom situation is the reason why he was fighting so hard for Michael, because he saw that and he said, this is what I went through. I don't want this kid to go through that. The story about being in the gas station and the trucker, my goodness. He has these abandonment issues so heavy, y'all. It's a lot. Like, this episode was really good. I was gonna say it's the best one, but season 2, episode 2 was a really good episode. Episode 3, close quarters. Not Angela telling her to keep your options open. See, if I saw Zatima before I saw season 6 of Sisters, I don't think I would be as quick to be like, oh yeah, girl, leave him. Like, Fatima, you gotta leave Zach. All he's bringing is drama to your life since you met him. But that's not the case because Zatima is actually showing me that they are a real couple going through real things, experiencing life together, going through real shit as a couple. And this makes more sense why people are in love with them as a couple. I get it now, y'all. I didn't get it before. I needed this. Y'all said these were 2 different shows. I needed this to help me with my sisters. But also, y'all, Kay is a strong woman. Have y'all started the countdown for when Deja has to leave? Because I know these episodes are like 4 days total, or these seasons. So that means she got 5 months and 26 days left, because we got to get her out of here. Y'all, how's Fatima not in jail? I put this scene up on my IG before even watching Zatima and knowing what was really going on. And it got so many conversations. It got so many people talking. I actually posted a bunch of questions around this, and I still use those questions to talk to groups or people as like conversation starters today. I will say there are a lot of things wrong on everyone's side here. One, Baldy, don't be complimenting this woman in front of me. That's my woman. I know I'm lucky. I know she looked good. You don't say that to me. I don't like it. Now some people varied in that and they said that's okay, compliment. No, don't do that. Zach, don't throw no money at him. That's the utmost rude, disrespectful shit you can do. Don't do that. Fatima, don't ask this man to help you. Don't have this man fix something for you because you are like, I don't need to call Zach, but yeah, you got another man doing it for you when your man is right here. Don't ever say yes to that. I don't care what Angela is saying. You know your man, you know yourself. Don't do that. I feel like this whole show is about saying, oh, but isn't that what you just did too, Fatima? Like, what's the name of the podcast, y'all? It's the He-Man Women's Hater Podcast. What's the name of the podcast to whoever is writing this? It's not Tyler Perry. Someone else is having influence here. What is the name of your podcast where you talk shit about women and blame women for all of the male problems? Because I know there's one. Y'all, I just knew they were going to get stuck in the elevator. The part where Zach pushed old boy for saying something about his mom made me really realize, like, yo, what the fuck was I watching on BET? Because there's so much I know it's uncensored. I wasn't watching the uncensored shit on BET. I feel like I was missing a lot of the real true emotions because it was censored. So I'm like, there's no way that this scene could make BET and still give the audience the same feeling and the same emotion. So I don't know what I was watching. Okay, let's get into these next couple of episodes before I head out. Episode 4, temperature rising. This episode starts off with them stuck in the elevator. You remember last episode, they got stuck. Okay. Zach talked about this man's eyes too much. He did it twice, and that's 2 times too many for me. Y'all, Zach is petty, and he's immature. His insecurities are showing through so much on this episode. I kind of get it, though, because, like, if there was a woman that I knew was trying to talk to my guy and was flirting with him, and we both knew it, or all 3 of us knew it, and then I open a door and I see her damn near on her knees coming up from him in a close quarter space, I understand that. I would get tight too. So I get it. Zach getting hemmed up was funny, but we knew it wasn't going to last that long because this is called Zatima. We're not going to have the main character he made fun of on the show that he stars in. So it was cool though to see. It was unexpected. Yeah, Belinda gets on my nerves. Are we going to see her throughout the rest of the series? Because I love a black woman having an acting job, but I don't like her. Y'all, not them having an elevator scene. It's giving like Issa Rae. You know how Issa Rae in her production, she be recreating real life pop culture moments and then like taking it and making her own? It's giving Issa Rae production. If you know, you know. Connie, that fuck buddy that you have in between relationships. Whenever you have a gap, oh, you're not dating someone, Connie's the person you always go to who's just cool, the consistent fuck, like easy. Is she the person that he went to when he cheated on Karen? I don't remember the name, but also, where's Connie from? Where's Zach supposed to be from? Because Connie's accent is very distinct. Connie, where you from? Also, we're going to see her more for sure. Episode 5, Not What You Think. So this is the episode where Zach is meeting her mom for the first time, or we're meeting her mom for the first time too. This is what I like about this. They're going into each of the characters. I'm sorry that this is so low. We're doing brunch, okay? I can never get with him walking into Deja's apartment. There's never a need for you to walk into this woman's apartment knowing what we have gone through in the past. I don't need you going in there unless there's a maintenance issue and you haven't hired someone to go in there. It has to be an immediate issue that you need fixed right away. Other than that, there is no reason for you to go in there. Also, I didn't talk about this earlier in the episode, in the season, but there was a point where I think it was right when Deja moved in and like she walked by and Zach looked at her ass and he was like, damn. Like he wanted to hit that. Now, as Fatima, I'm upset to see that, but you have to know that comes with it, right? Your man is going to see attractive women and he's going to make references. Women do that shit around their friends too. The issue is we don't want to see that. So I'm just like, oh, I get that it's a real moment, but if we circle back to this, when, what's the boy name? Not Nathan, the other friend. When the other friend said, are you still trying to hit that? Zach's response should have been, no, period. Instead, his response was, not after Nathan hit it. Is the only reason you not trying to hit it because Nathan hit it? Because that's not what I want to hear. Zach is going to her house again. This shit not gonna work for me. Y'all, that side chick thing legit has a fake. I did not realize that it would be like real. I thought it was, what do they call that on Instagram? The Glock 3000. You know, it's just a hole. This shit got a real fake. How do you do this? In places where y'all don't have public transportation where you can take like after the club, how y'all go out? Everybody just be driving drunk around the place? Because I know y'all take your car there because everybody wants to take their own car, or they want to be able to drive to not depend or wait on anyone else, leave when they want. So what y'all doing? And I know you're like, oh, I'm gonna stop drinking 2 hours before it's time to leave. You don't do that. Nobody's checking their watch. And I know damn well ain't no designated driver for the big group. So what are y'all doing? Y'all all just driving drunk around the club after the club? Yeah. Y'all those people who are being like, oh, I drive better when I'm drunk. Please don't. Please don't. I know that like clubs have come and gone, but like, please don't. Okay, can we get into this next episode? It is 12:40. I'm supposed to leave at 11:30. We can do this at 11:30. At 1:30, we can do this, right? I gotta do makeup. Yeah. All right, let's get into this because it's only a half-hour show. I can speed through, whatever. Let's get into this. Episode 6. What's the name of it? Too Close for Comfort. I like how Fatima got in the backseat of that man's car, right? So you guys remember, this is where Angela was going home with this guy. Fatima was hesitant with it, where she didn't really want to go, but since Angela was in the car, she was like, okay. And Angela was drunk, so she was like, let me make sure my girl is good. But two things. One, I like how she sat in the backseat. She not sitting in the front. This is not her friend. This is not someone she knows. She's sitting in the back like, you are my Uber, you're my driver. I also like, she sat in the back behind the driver. Y'all know, I mean, this man was drinking too. Y'all know, you ever saw when people get in accidents, usually if something is coming towards you this way, as the driver, you're going to try to get around it so it doesn't hit you. Oftentimes that results in injuries or damages to the other side of the car because your natural instinct is to protect yourself. And so sometimes that results in the death of like a passenger, you know, in the passenger seat. So that's really the most dangerous side. So I really respect, one, that she sat in the back seat because she don't know this man. But two, that she sat in the back seat behind the driver because God forbid anything happens. She gonna be almost equally, but protected right behind this man. So good for you, Fatima. Y'all see how Zach is talking to Deja? And he's like, stop calling Fatima dog and stop talking about you gonna elbow her and stop doing X, Y, and Z. Where was this for Karen? Where was this for Karen? Because we didn't get any of it. It's not that you're not able to. It's not that you don't see the disrespect for Fatima. It's just that you didn't want to and you didn't do it. Son, him saying, I'm trying my hardest not to fuck the shit out of you is crazy. As your woman, I don't never want to hear you say that. As the joint who's trying to push up on you, I want to hear you say that. Because I know that means that you want me and you just struggling. So I can keep going and I'm going to make you break. Zach, don't say that. Y'all both not talking to each other is crazy. That bed scene with the two of them talking and going back and forth and like arguing and saying it's your fault, it's your fault. No, let me tell you why you. That was good acting. Good job, Crystal DeVal. That was good acting. Y'all, Fatima better not use that therapist. She better not use the therapist by the man that Zach beat up in the elevator. Fatima, don't do that. All right, y'all. We gonna come back and do the last 3-4 episodes. What are we on? 6? Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be tonight. I'll see you. Okay, y'all, we back for a couple more episodes of Sisters. We are now on episode 7, Mind Over Matter. Y'all remember last episode, he met her mom, and then it's early in the morning, so y'all might hear the trains. And Fatima was going to the therapist. I think she's gonna go to the therapist, right? Also, get you some too is hilarious. Needing your friend to manage and help you with your relationship, knowing that they are going through some that's in their relationship at the moment and really don't have the capacity to help you or anyone else because a lot of the weight is already on them. You needing that and demanding that from them is not good friendship. You need to be able to see your friend is in distress and say, you know what? I can't put my burden on her right now. Angela, do better. Zach over here talking like him being over her house ain't wild. That's right. When a chick stops arguing, that's how you know it's over. Y'all, the amount of times that they say bro in this episode, in this series is crazy. Did you guys watch, what was that? What's Kenya Barris? Black as from Kenya Barris, and he was like, he created a show that kind of mirrored his family's life. And I feel like he was nervous and there was a lot that was off script and he was just going with the moment. So he said, was it bro or dude? What did he say a lot? Maybe it was dude. That's what I'm getting here. Y'all saying bro too much. And I know that's not written in the script. I don't know if that's the new but we gotta get rid of that, okay? Be careful who you get advice from. This therapist starting off with, Paul told me you were beautiful, is wild. Episode 8, Suspicious Minds. Let's go. I swear it was Angela who set up that page. Even though that'd be like a crazy catfish. I don't know. We haven't gotten down to the bottom of this. Oh, it's Belinda. Is it? Y'all tell me the therapist is not related to this guy. I forgot his name. He looked like Karan Butler mixed with this guy and boom, made this person. Yes, Fatima, you need work too. This episode was really a lot about how people think that their issues are the only issues that people are dealing with. Fatima scheming to lie to Zach is not okay. This is what I'm talking about. This is the Everybody Hates Fatima episode. Dudes like Nate blame women for all of their bad habits. They be like, the reason I'm cheating on you is because of you. The reason I'm doing this is because of my mama. The reason I did this is because my mother couldn't stay with her daddy for me. Like, miss me, Nate. So if a man and a woman were friends, right? This happens. You have platonic friendships. And let's say one person, let's say the man, this is just for the conversation because it could be the woman. Let's say the man oversteps and flirts with the woman or tries to kiss her. It's normal for us to be like, okay, that happened. And boom, now we're back to just being friends. But in same-sex relationships, if a man were to push up on someone, we would be like, no, there's no way you can go. I wonder if that's the same on the woman's side. If one of my friends tried to bag, why would I feel more awkward if one of my close female friends tried to bag me than if one of my male friends tried to bag me? I feel like people would normally think that and be like, all right, he tried to push up. You tried to see if it would work, if you could get her, because all your friends are like, wait, that's your friend? She's bad. Why haven't you tried? Do this. And then you push up and you realize that's not gonna work and then y'all go back to being friends. I feel like that's expected. But for my homegirl who I'm close to, I might be getting naked and like I might be cuddling. We might be sharing a bed together, right? There's just some things that you do in same-sex relationships that you don't do in those platonic male-female relationships. And I think that's what makes it weird, is because you're very open to those. Yeah, that's interesting though. Why they make Bryce so feminine at this dinner? He wasn't like this the whole season and y'all just made him like, hey, yes, let me get some. Why did y'all, is it because he's more free and he's out now? Let me go into episode 9. We're gonna finish this out. Episode 9 is dinner diagnosis. That means a therapist is coming. Y'all tricking your man into therapy is not okay. Why are you tricking your spouse or partner? I'm gonna tell him and she's gonna tell her, so we might as well all talk right now. Respect it. Y'all, he said plus size women are a fetish for me. Bryce, what? What kind of therapist would actually agree to tricking a patient? I like when he said, your history does not change the fact that both of you went through the same scenario and saw it 2 different ways. Real. You don't say how you feel in real time. I always have to wait. Zach brought this up on Sisters and I didn't get it, but he's doing it here too. And it makes more sense now to me. Yes, this is a problem for Fatima. I didn't see Fatima's problems as much on Sisters. I said that? Okay. Put the child voice aside and let the adult voice talk. That was supposed to hit a little harder than it did. Okay. Did y'all hear that though? They skated over this real quick. So Angela said she's open. She would be more open if Bryce was like, if you wanted to bring another guy in. And he was like, yeah, well, that's a threesome. And she was like, yeah. So sis, you would be more open to you, Bryce, and another guy for a threesome. You do know that a threesome means all 3 sums are interacting with each other. So there would be moments where Bryce is interacting with both you and the man. Now, if you're talking about you being the only person who interacts with the other 2 people, now that is called a, okay? That's different. Y'all, the amount of times that Fatima says, what the? With that awkward pause, like, girl, stop. Son, the way that door opened and the smoke came through and you just saw fucking Scar appear, that shit was good. This the episode where I realized that Zatima is better than Sisters. Episode 10, the good with the bad. His mom saying that she don't like light-skinned girls when she got a high yellow son is crazy. Yo, Scar just walking out like that is nuts. Being embarrassed by a parent is real. I hate that Bryce is having to apologize for being his true self. Like, don't apologize for that. Nazinga is good with these phone call conversations. You know, like these one way, because she's just acting through it and having to pause as if she's hearing someone on the other side. Actually, I don't know if they're playing that. But she's really good with it. I hate, you hear other people on these calls and you can tell that they're like not hearing anyone else and they're playing it off. But she's actually really good. Come through, DeVal. That crying scene in the hospital, that shit was really good. The therapist is reading Zach. You think it's gonna end, so you get as much as you can out of it while you have it, and then you essentially like self-sabotage so that you can end it, or when it ends, you don't feel as bad. Like, that's Zach. That whole I don't like lying to my client shit is BS, because you went to the dinner last night and you lied straight to my face, saying that you didn't know Fatima, but you knew Angela. Not Connie coming to the hospital and getting hugs, but Fatima being told she has to leave. Also, Connie light-skinned too. Y'all, his mom left him again. This man said, y'all got some nice stuff in here. I might spin the block. Look at hood booger Zach coming out. Don't curse around the in-laws though. Don't do that. Every day I get reminded that I'm not good enough for her. By you, by your friends, and now by y'all. That sucks. Fatima girl, go home and get to your man. They say you gotta tell her? I know? What is that? What do they know? You think it's about the 2 kids? But she already knows that. What don't we know? Let me make that a question. What don't we know that the parents know? Answer in the comments, because now I'm invested. I know I'm a little late with this, but I was getting through these episodes in 2 weeks. I did a couple episodes a day, and then there were some skips because life happened. God bless summer 23. Okay. Let me know what you think the issue is, or the thing is that the parents know that they uncovered in a background check that Fatima might not know about. What is it that you think they know? And then 2, did Zach sleep with Connie or do anything with her? I will see you in a couple of days, because Zatima will be airing on BET Plus. Listen, I'm new here. I just got my BET Plus account. I was reading something and it said, I have so many questions. 1, does the episode show up like at 12:01? Can I start watching right away? Does it premiere at a certain time? And then 2, I read somewhere that you get 2 episodes every Thursday. Is that true? And then 3, 4, 5. Listen, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I changed up the way that I do my recaps a little bit. So I've been including a lot more of the like me watching the episode and then commenting in between. So you'll see a lot more footage from the episode and some like downtime of me talking, but instead getting tidbits from the episode. I don't know if y'all noticed, but it changed up the way editing happens. It takes a lot longer, but I don't know if that's better. If you have noticed the difference and you've been here before in the past, let me know how you feel. I feel like I've only done it the last 3 weeks of my Sisters recaps, maybe 4 weeks of Sisters. So if you've been with me in the earlier season, let me know if you've noticed the difference. And if so, is there one that you like better? Because like I said, this one takes longer, but I think it might give you more. But if it's not, let me know. I'll take another 2 hours back from my life where I don't have to edit that way. But yeah, let me know so we can do Zatima right. I want to do right by y'all. Thanks for making me watch this, because I think I actually might like this. I don't want to say I like it better than Sisters. It's a different show. It follows one couple around doing couple shit. Sisters follows a group of friends. Yeah, I just get tired of the same old Gary story. All right, y'all, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in a couple of days for Zatima Season 2B. B? Is that how you say B? I don't know. All right, y'all, please comment, like, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about the season. Let me know what you think is coming. And engage in the comments, because we are a chatty bunch. And always remember that everything that I have said has been from Rizzo with love. Bye, guys.